terms of the powers or the responsibilities that Mr. Phiri has, is he empowered to allocate or deploy services or allocate sites?
He is not, Commissioner, empowered to allocate sites.
Okay. And we've had evidence from other persons like Commissioner Faro, Deputy Commissioner Peace and Police that indeed he was not so authorized.
Yes.
You confirm that. Okay, I don't need to go there. Now, were you aware of these deployments?
I was not aware of this deployment, but at the time when it happened, I must inform the Commissioner that I became aware of deployments involving Gubis late in 2024, around December. When I received a call from Gubis, and the call was about them complaining that they have been rendering ad hoc services. It's almost 7 months. They have not been paid. And I asked the caller as to which ad hoc services are you talking about? How did it happen that you are involved in ad hoc services, right? And you do not get paid? Yet from where I am sitting, every service provider who is involved in ad hoc services, which were processed procedurally and formally, right, is not complaining about payments because the ad hoc services are paid from the department that has requested those services. And his explanation was that, yes, when they instructed us to deploy on these sites, they informed us that they are going to pay for the services. And I posed a second question to the caller. Then why did you not make my office aware, right, of these deployments? He said, no, we took it light because the Department of Water and Sanitation sent us letters to deploy, and they said they are going to pay for those services, right? And during that discussion, there was no mention. I was not aware of the site in question, the number in question, but I was made aware that those sites are many. And you are saying we have now taken the matter up with the office of the CFO in order to try and get this issue resolved, right? And I said to him, look, from where I am sitting, you are aware that these ad hoc services were not they were not given to you procedurally. And you are making, of course, my life very difficult to introduce me at the end when there are problems. But nevertheless, since I'm responsible for the function, right, I am going to inquire about this ad hoc services. I'm going to establish how it came about, who instructed you guys to deploy, and so forth and so on. So when time goes on, indeed.
Apologies. When is this call? You said in December 2024.
It was in December 2024. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thereafter, from January, February, March, there were interactions between my office and Gubis, including the Department of Water and Sanitation, around these ad hoc services. And it was during those interactions that, yes, it was said by Water and Sanitation Department officials that no, we were we were going to pay for these ad hoc services, but something happened, the budget is not allowing. Then the question was, but guys, you know there is communication citywide, which communication says when there is a request for ad hoc services to be deployed, such a request should be directed to my office so that I can make sure due diligence is done. And for the purpose of the commission, due diligence, I meant the requesting department would send me an email, for example, requesting ad hoc services. I would acknowledge receipt of this email and go back to them to say, colleagues, from which vote number are you going to pay this? They would then come back to me, provide me with the vote number, GL account number, from which they will be paying for the services. And thereafter, I would then instruct the office of Dr. Malatji, right, to go and conduct security risk assessment on the site and or sites to which ad hoc security services are required. They would go, they would come back, then I would then say, we need to allocate the company that is going to be able to execute and or perform these functions, and we take it from there. So once we have agreed, we then get the quotation from the company in question, and we send it to the requesting department for them to approve. When they have approved, then we deploy. Once we have deployed, it becomes now the responsibility of my office through operational management team under Dr. Malatji to ensure that they are treating those sites like any other site whereon we have deployed security officers. Unfortunately, Commissioner, in this case, this procedure was not followed. Hence, my statement to say, I knew after a very long time, and part of the communication with them was sent me through details of these invoices and all of that, just for me to be able to know which sites, how many guards were involved and all of that, because since from the beginning I was not either by the department concerned or my colleagues. And they shared that information with me, and yes, along the way, discussion about these outstanding invoices, right, was between my office and them, and I became aware that at the executive management, there were discussions, there were meetings, there were emails exchanged, systems, but at that level, I never participated. I was never informed of come on board. Normally, it's my superiors who sit in there. Then they would come back, like they did in respect of these invoices, to say, explain to us how it came about that these ad hoc services were allocated. And in my explanation, I said exactly what I'm telling the commissioner. It was in black and white to my superiors. It started initially with Deputy Chief of Police, Commissioner Police, and after Commissioner Spies was appointed, he also requested me for an explanation. The same explanation that I'm giving to the commissioner, I gave it to him. And as I was morning, I would receive emails as part of people who assisted on those emails. Hence, I could see that there was discussion, high-level discussion about these outstanding invoices. There were proposals and or options suggested at that level where I was not invited to make any input. Such emails, unfortunately, due to the fact that I'm not having access to my office, I cannot avail to the commissioner now, but I made a commitment. I can avail them as part of my evidence to the commissioner afterwards. Thank you.
Director Malatji, good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Do you remember what the question was? Do you remember what the question was that Advocate Sikakane asked you?